Kind of like that one. Which one do you want?
That looks good.
Look less rough. This one?
Less rough?
Or this one?
That hurts. In this video, we're going to show you how we hung up these lights in her bedroom. I'm going to show you how I hung up these lights in her bedroom. Today, we're going to get started putting in these LED lights in my daughter's bedroom. We got this kit on Amazon. This is 60 feet. I think this was $28. This is supposed to be 600 lights. They have some different ones, some that have only like 300 lights. Some of them have like some fancy Wi-Fi controls and all this weird stuff. I don't care about all that because in the kit, it has a little remote control to control the lights. AC adapter, cord. This is the little thing that actually plugs into the lights. So we got 2 rolls of LED lights. We're going to be sticking those around the ceiling, all the way at the top. So the first thing we have to do is put in an outlet. Basically, I'm just going to come out of this outlet here, run it up the wall, and put me an outlet up there that I can plug these lights into. The first thing I need to do is mount this box up in the wall for the outlet. My stud is on the left side there. I grab my sheetrock saw here and I follow the stud up and I make this tiny little hole right there just to find out where the stud is. So now I know it's just on the left side of that hole. I'm just going to draw around it, trace around it with a pencil. I got my box traced out and now I'm going to cut it out. I've got my hole cut out for this box. This is actually going to be pretty easy for me because I have access to the other side of this wall. We are in an attic space now and there is that hole in the bedroom wall. This is another reason why I picked putting this outlet on this wall, because I knew I could get to the back side of this wall. You know, there's the lower outlet. We're going to be coming out of that and just running straight up here to power this thing. It's called a New Work box. And if you notice how the nails are, if I stick the box in the hole like that, you know, there's sheetrock right here. So I'm going to be like nailing up against a wall. So I normally take these nails and turn them around. All right, see, I just flipped this one around. So that's going to be the side that's facing the bedroom. But now when I nail it in, I'm further away from the sheetrock. I got my box nailed in. Now I'm going to run the wire and put the outlet in. We got our wire run from the box up there. Got everything stapled. And we got it down into the original outlet down there. Right now I've got the power turned off in here. So we got our receptacle put in there. And down here, we got it all tied into this one. So now what we got to do is go turn the breaker on and test to make sure this thing is working. I've got the cover put on that new outlet. I've tested it. It's working good. This light kit comes with 2 rolls of lights, and these are supposed to be 30 feet each. I measured the top of this room and it was about 50 feet. So I got a 60-foot light kit, 2 30-foot rolls. And we're gonna start right there. That's gonna be the starting point. Gonna take 1 roll around this way and 1 roll around that way. And then somewhere on the other side of the room over here, they will meet and I will cut them. Okay, right there on that silver thing, there's a little tiny pair of scissors. I don't know if it's gonna focus, but right there, you're supposed to cut these. So I may have to cut like 4 or 5 feet off of each roll. I don't think I mentioned it before, but these lights, they have the 3M double-sided tape or sticky tape on the back of them. So I'm just going to peel that little thing off and stick them up to the top of the wall. These lights are sticking to the wall pretty good and we're moving along pretty fast. I've got about half the room done. So we'll try to move this light so you can see. So we've got it all the way around. Now I'm going to stop right here and then I'm going to go ahead and start the other roll and then see where it gets me, because I'm not real sure where this is going to meet. I've got the other roll put on now, going around the other side of the room. I was able to meet in this corner over here. So I've got just a little spot here where there's no lights, but that's so close, I don't think it's going to be noticeable. I showed you earlier that you could cut. Now the directions don't actually say that. I read it in the reviews. I looked through the directions. It doesn't say that you can cut these, but there's like some little scissors on here. So it looks like it worked out pretty good. I think we're going to go ahead and plug these in and test them out. It is the next day. Last night we actually plugged these things in and tested them out, and they are working very good. So today I have to build a box to put all this stuff in here. I'm going to build a little box and put it right up there. That way it's going to hide the outlet, and it's going to hide all this stuff and just give it like a little shelf for this stuff to sit on. I've been out back for a while working on this box. I was actually hoping to buy one. I've looked at Lowe's and Hobby Lobby and Michael's. I knew it was going to take me all day to build this thing and have to paint it up. I was going to just try to buy one and then paint it. But I just couldn't find one that looked right or the right size. And really it's not a box. I mean, the top is going to be open and the back is going to be open. See, the outlet's going to be like back here on the back side. And then all the controls or the adapter and all the little stuff, it's going to be just hidden back here. So I got all my pieces cut. This took me a pretty long time to cut all these on a 45. So now I'm going to try to nail them together, and then we're going to paint it up. It's pretty hot out here. It's like 85 degrees, and of course, Georgia humidity. We got this half of a box glued and nailed together, and I've got the wood putty on there. It's day number 3 working on this project, and I think we're going to wrap it up today. I got my box built. This thing turned out a lot better than I thought it would. Got 3 coats of paint on here, and this is Sherwin-Williams Tantalizing Teal. That is the color of this stripe up here at the top. So this is basically what it's going to look like. It's going to sit up against the wall. All right, there's the power adapter, and then this thing plugs into the power adapter. And these little pieces here, you can see I left a couple of the little LED light things hanging down, so they will plug into that little white thing. And then of course this thing has to plug into the new outlet. So I bought these little L brackets here. I think these were like about $3. I've got the L brackets put onto this little box now. You can see here, that's what the back side looks like. And then up top, I just have 2 screws. Okay, see, I just got 2 screws. Now these are 3-inch, they're exterior screws, but 3-inch screws. And I didn't have to use any kind of drywall anchors because these are actually into the top plate, which is awesome. And the little box is just gonna hang on here. Right, the little brackets will just hang right on here. And actually the head of the screw is good because I had these screws out further earlier, and when you hang the box on there, the box would kind of fall back. So I put the screws in a little further, and now the bracket, it kind of just, it stays right here in this, and the head of the screw just keeps it flush up against the wall. All right, I got everything stuffed in here. Now we're gonna try to hang the box up somehow, and I gotta plug this into the outlet and plug these into the little light strips. We got the box hanging up now. I think that looks really good. I know the lighting in here is terrible, but hey, look, these lights are working all the way around the room. Looks really good in here. She has been asking me for these lights, I think since we built this house 3 years ago, and we finally got them installed. It took me like 3 days. It really wasn't that hard, but it still took me 3 days. Okay, technically it took me like 3 years, but we got them in. So what do you think?
They're all right.
What do you think? So I made this little box here to hide the control, or the little adapter thing, whatever. She had this idea of like plugging it in down low and then running some lights up the corner of the wall, but I think my idea is a lot better, this little box. So what do you think about my little box there?
Well,
box I could do without because it kind of blocks the one spot. Now there's a random box on my wall. But maybe I'll I don't know. I'll make it a shelf or something. I don't know.
Well, there's also an outlet up here, and we may potentially hang a TV on this wall, and so the outlet gives us a spot.
You'll get me a TV.
The outlet gives us
The next video will be a TV.
The outlet gives us a spot to like plug a TV in. So if there was a TV hanging here, then you wouldn't even see the box. But I think the box looks good. Obviously, these lights, they have a little remote control, and she can change the different colors. It's still kind of daylight outside, so it has some pre-selected colors, and then I think there's like a million choices. You can go up and down.
I've seen that. That's my question. I don't know how to do that, but I've seen like TikToks of like people like how to make certain colors. And it's like go up red 12 and then up green 2, then up blue 4, and it makes like rose gold or something. I don't even know. Green is good for FaceTiming. Blue is good for studying. Red is good for like being angry or something. I don't know. It's not
Being angry?
That's not what it said, but I think red looks like this is what I'd put as my light if I'm like
orange.
Whatever.
So if I walk in here and the light is red, I should just...
I mean, like, this is what I'd put the light on if you just yelled at me and took my phone away. That's what the lights are going to be.
Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.